Hey there, friends. Welcome to Art du Jour, Tuesday, May the 15th. I hope that you're having a good day. I have to be somewhere in about 45 minutes, but I did want to get my inspiration cards kind of rolling for my altered cream cheese box that I made yesterday. And I like the way she turned out. I think it's fun to keep something out of the trash, even out of the recycling, and make something pretty out of it. And I think that my cards will have a nice home inside this little box. So that is what I'm working on today. Let me take you in a wee bit closer. There we go. That's better. I told you guys that I was emptying cereal boxes last night, but I was not in the mood for cereal. But wouldn't you know it, that my friend Kathy called me this morning. She messaged me this morning. She said, "I've got boxes for you on my porch." So I'm like, that's great. Walked down to her house and picked up the boxes. And these are just some samples of the cards that I cut with some boxes that she provided. So I just thought that was super cool. What I really do like is that blue color that I've been working with. She had some Kleenex boxes from over the winter, and they just were like the perfect blue color. I'm kind of liking blue. I know that blue is the color of like calm and serene and all that, and maybe that is why I'm liking it so much now. I also want to show you a really quick way to make these kind of little cards. If you have some thank you notes or something like that, something about this size, you can always recycle your greeting cards by just gluing them together. This was a little card from my mom and dad, so I glued it together, and I'm going to make this into one of my inspiration cards as well. I'm going to grab a pencil and just trace around here. And of course, I can use this imagery and patterns on this pretty little card in something else as well. I'm just going to cut this apart real quick. You do have to let that glue dry, and the glue dry, so we're good with that. And, you've made yourself another little card. And the great thing about it is it's like it's a great weight, and it's a great size. So just a little quickie tip there. Since we have this one out, let's work on this one first. My idea here is to, of course, make an inspiration deck for myself, but I also want the inspiration deck to work as journaling prompts. And today I'm going to do the front of the cards. I want to stamp the back of them. I found these handy dandy super cool stamps that someone gave me years ago that I thought, oh dear, I'm never ever going to use those. And then this morning I thought, oh God, they'd be kind of like the perfect thing to go on the back of my inspiration cards because they're lined. I'm also going to use these babies to as I continue to develop my personal planner. But I thought those were super cool. I'm going to go ahead and put some lines on the back of here. Again, we're going to use this as journaling prompts too. I think that'll be fun. You've got a multi-purpose deck here. You've got some inspiration, and you've got something that will inspire you to do a journal page. And I don't have one of those plexiglass things right now, but, that's going to have to do at the moment. Use what you have, right? And, of course, I'm terrible with stamping, but they're lines, and that's what I was going for. I admire you guys who can stamp. Carol said that when you stamp something, that you should put something soft under it, but I don't do a lot of stamping, and this is why. But I have lines, and that's what I was going for. We're going to work on the front of this little card. I've got a bit of Mod Podge here. Got a little bit of water so I can rinse my brush. I just thought I would work and chat with y'all while I'm working here. I told you guys that I dug out my hummingbird feeder yesterday. Woohoo! I had my first hummingbird this morning. I was so excited. I got that feeder last November. You know, we are freelancers here, so when opportunity to help out the bottom line presents itself, we are all over it. And last fall, one of our neighbors was moving out of his house, and he was like, you know, I've sold the house. The people who are moving in do not want anything in here. I don't want anything in here. Come and get whatever you want. So my neighbor and I cleaned the house, which the neighbor that was selling it was like, oh my gosh, you know, you guys should go in business. You did such a good job here. And it was kind of funny. Anyway, so November is like the start of my super slow season. And so we went down and we cleaned the house, and we were selling things out of the house. And I stumbled on this hummingbird feeder. And I was like, oh my goodness, I love the hummingbird feeder. And I dug it out of my shed. I didn't dig it out of my shed. I have a nice shed, and it was sitting on my kind of workbench out there that I don't really use. One of these days, maybe. But I had my first little visitor this morning. Okay, I kind of like that. I like the live in the moment thing, but I feel like it needs a piece of paper or something under it. So let me see if I can find any sort of... Okay, there's plenty of paper on this little quote that says, "Art is the daughter of freedom," by Friedrich Schiller. Don't you love that? All right, so we'll put this right here. But you see how nicely that card worked out and just kind of made the perfect... to make the perfect little template for an inspiration card. I know lots of you guys are making inspiration decks, and I think that's super cool. That's one of those things when I go in like a metaphysical bookstore, I'm always kind of like swooning over the beautiful decks that they have, the inspiration decks that they have in the stores. So I'll just be making my own. I'm kind of debating about that. Kind of just like that. It's very simple. Alright, so there we go. We've got one. I've got a little bubbling here. Let's put that aside and let it dry. Again, these cards are 2.5 by 4.5, and they matched my my cream cheese container. I like that. And I did, you guys, separate my images. Yesterday you saw me do that. I kind of separated my images from, oh, she looks neat. My images from my words. So that worked out well. I really just like this. I think she needs something under her again. I have these stickers that I might repurpose for something under her, or maybe just make like a paper stack. The only papers that I have to work with are the ones that are right here. Okay, I'm not sure about that quite this minute. Alright, I'm going to set this aside because that's taken too long, and dig something else out. see if I can find another image. I love the little witchy girl. She's just cute. I don't think she's going to go with the blue. I like her a lot too, and I think that she could go on the card. I'm going to tear away the wording. I might not be able to get all of her on here. Yeah, I'm going to lose the horse. Alright, okay, put that away. Let's see what else we can find. I do like her. Okay, and she's going to fit on there nicely. But I think instead of using Mod Podge, I'm going to just glue her down. And then I can just cut off. But I'm not going to use here. Yesterday, y'all, I learned to set eyelets. I wanted to show you. I learned to do this. I was really excited because I did not know how to do it. And I had bought a crocodile back in the fall of last year. And I was like, it was a great hole puncher, but I thought, gee whiz, you know, this expensive hole puncher I got going on here. That I learned to use it yesterday, and I'm making eyelets for this new design of a Midori style junk journal. I'm cleaning out a lot of ephemera, and I wanted to create something for you guys that would be maybe less curated is the word that I'm looking for, you know, than my usual flow journals. I thought I would do something that would be just, you know, a little less structured, you know, a little more junky. And so I started cleaning yesterday my ephemera, and I started, I learned to do the eyelets so I can do the Midori binding properly. And then I started just filling her with all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is super cool. And then for the covers, I'm using the fronts and the backs of paper pad packs, and that is working really, really well too. It's just exactly the right weight, you know, that you need to do something like that. So look for those in the shop next week, and they'll just be loaded full of just fun stuff to play with. I love art, and I love her together. I need to find something else for this. I love that Once Upon a Time. I love that well hello there, but it's not going to fit. Oh, I like this too. True. How do you stay true to yourself? How do you stay true to your ambitions? How do you stay true to your goals? That's a good, see, that's a good journaling prompt right there. Just the word true. I think this is a difficult world to stay true to yourself in. I don't really like that blue now. How do we stay true? Oh, that would work. Okay, so this is one of the stickers that I want to repurpose. It says together is the best place to be. I mean, that's nice, but I like the word true better. So we'll just repurpose that. I think this was from an Easter thing. An Easter sticker sheet. Alright, so I like her. So we've got live in the moment. a great reminder, a wonderful journal prompt, very inspiring. We've got the word true, which I really do like. Stay true to yourself, stay true to your beliefs in a world that encourages you to follow along with the crowd. Stay true to you. Let's see what else I have here, image-wise. I really love this little image of the girl. She looks so pensive, and I think that I can just build some stuff around this, and that's what I'm going to do. I like working, and you're going to see me do this. So I know that I have that blue background, and that's all cool and everything, but I'm going to work a little bit off my palette, off my canvas. There we go, off my canvas for a minute. I'm going to tear this. I'm going to put it right here. I like the colors of this image. I mean, the image was fine, but I really kind of just fell in love with the colors. And I do like the stairway here. So I'm just going to kind of jumble that all together. And look for, you know, maybe something else that would go with that. Another jumbledy kind of image that... Okay, let's take a little bit of her. Now she's going to be my focal image. We're just going to take some stuff off the card. I like that too. Do you see what's happening here? I'm just using strips of paper, not being really very fussy with it. That was too wet. I like that because it's a sundial. Now it's a broken up sundial. Alright, I need to cover this right here with something. If I would have been thinking better, I would have probably taken out a few more magazine sheets to work with today. But I'm clearing clutter. I don't like clutter, so I had an opportunity this week to get rid of a bunch of stuff, and that's what I'm doing. And tomorrow's trash day, so whatever I can't recycle in the recycling needs to go in the trash can. All right, I need to let this dry for a minute before I can cut it. So I'm going to put this over here, and I know that that's my focal image. I'm still kind of stuck on her. Oh, this might work. I need to cover up the headless deer right here. That would work, but I do need to put something underneath that. I have this paper, and I wanted to use the quote. The quote says, "Art is a collaboration between God and the artist, and the less the artist does, the better." Andre Gide. That's really true. It's very true, isn't it? It's like, you know, you can be like really inspired, and then you start picking it apart, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, this started out to be so fun, and now I've overthought it, and now it's not fun anymore. When that happens to me, I just stop. It's just like, it's not even worth it, you know, to finish. And I love to finish stuff, but it's just not worth it. The more you listen to that little inner voice, that still little inner voice, the better off you are. And you know, whether you call that inner voice your inner voice, or your inner being, or God, or source, or spirit, or presence, or whatever you call it, you know what I'm talking about. It's that little voice inside your head. All right. Hey, that worked. I like that. All right, we're going to decoupage her down. Paintbrush. I like that. I'm really trying to remember the Jennibellie technique so I can do this properly, y'all. Okay, there we go. Oh, she is so funky looking with her white hair and her white eyeshadow. I love the way she looks. This will be a very inspiring piece. The prompt could be make art every day, or make your life a piece of art, right? Make your life an art piece every single day. I love the way that brown paper went with the brown that was already on the Kleenex box. That sure was serendipity right there. Let's put this up here so she can dry. I'm kind of fiddling with the idea of making borders too around these, but I'm still not sure about that. Okay, let's see. This is still not dry, so I need to let that dry a little more. I want to use that hello there. I really do like that a whole lot. I wonder if I can find... I kind of like that image. Oh, and it goes with that. So that's going to work really great. This is big. Put some glue on it. I think this was from, the magazines are so inspiring. A lot of you send me the scrapbooking magazines, and oh my goodness, I've got one that I'm just mad about downstairs right now. It's called Daphne's Diary. And I think it's from Australia. It is, oh my gosh, it is phenomenal. I'm going to be sharing some of that with you in some flow journals that I'll be putting in the shop this week. I love her. She's got a bird head. Reminds me of Teesha more. All that crazy juxtaposition of the body parts. I was very much into Teesha's work. I love Teesha. It must have been 3 years ago, and I had these boxes on my shelf. This is what I use to store things in. I use these little sandwich boxes. Chris is mad about sandwich meat, so he eats a lot of sandwiches. He told me once I had never made a bad sandwich. That's pretty good in 25 years of being together. What was I telling you? Oh, anyway, on those plastic boxes, I had the words body parts. And someone walked into my little studio one day and they went, what are body parts? And I was like, body parts, arms, legs, feet, heads, torsos, that kind of thing. So anyway, it was pretty funny. This little thing says, well, hello there. That makes me think, well, hello there, beautiful. Hello there, talented. Hello there, lovely person. Hello there, bright spirit. So I think that will be a sweet little prompt. That will be a great prompt for those days that you're just not feeling so great. That you just, might be having a moody day or whatever. Yeah, I like her. These are very unorthodox inspiration cards. But you know what? They're mine. And I'm a little unorthodox, so there we have it. Okay, let's do another one. This is still waiting on this one to dry. but overlapping all that, you know, going off your canvas, so to speak, really creates fun imagery. So I want y'all to see this. Maybe it'll be drawn in just a minute. Also, did you guys watch Little Women? Oh my gosh, it was so good on PBS. I usually don't get to watch stuff like that on the day of. Takes a lot of explaining there. And now I don't have a VCR, but because we cut the cable, and I got to watch it, and it was great. Oh my gosh, it was really super cool. Uh-oh, it's my sister. Hold on. Okay, I am back. That was my sister. Oh, I have to tell you, my mom had called my sister, so she was calling me because my mama and my daddy went to Sam's Club today, and they got vegetable sushi. And my mama will be 80 in June, and she's never tried sushi before. So it's going to be really interesting for me to talk to her at 5 o'clock today. Our little overlapped piece has finished drying, so I'm going to flip the card over, cut the excess away. And we will see what we have here. There we go. I think we were talking about Little Women. I thought Little Women was just excellent. It was really, really... Hey there, guys. Sorry, my camera cut off. I forgot to erase the last video that I made yesterday. I've trimmed this card up, and you can see that I mean, it's a juxtaposition of a bunch of colors and textures and imagery and all that. So I'm going to put her right up here. I love that she's kind of, she's a bird feeder, and she's kind of balancing these bird feeders right here. But I think I'm only going to use one. And I think that she's going to go on here like this. I'm not sure what sort of word I'm going to use yet. I kind of like her down here, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And she's kind of a big-ish piece. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. My sister was calling to tell me that my mom had called her and told her that she and my dad had gone to Sam's Club, and they bought sushi. They bought vegetable sushi. And my mom is 80, my dad's 81, and to my knowledge, neither has eaten sushi ever. So it will be a fun conversation to talk to Mama tonight. Okay, here is our little girl. I had run across some, butterfly wings, but I'm not seeing them now. Hold on, caller hold please. I want butterfly wings, but I might not have them. Ah, darn y'all. I don't know what happened to them. I can't find them now. Oh, well, shoot. Okay, I was going to spice this up a little bit by putting some wings on her, but I can't find them now, so we'll just choose a word. Oh, captivating. It's a perfect word. What do you find captivating? What do you love? Do you know what I find captivating? Every day I try to look for treasures. Now, to me, a treasure is like, it can be a thing. Ugh, arg! Okay, one more time. I erased the wrong video. I had a really long video on here yesterday. So let's, this is captivating. I was telling you guys what I think is captivating. I think what is captivating is every day trying to look for little treasures. I had the most miraculous 24 hours last week, and it kind of just continued on. If you just look for some good every single day, you'll kind of be surprised at what happens. I needed some paper. You know, I'm always needing paper. And then this surprise art box showed up, and it had paper in it. It had paper pads in it from a lady that I have never met before. She's a friend of a lady who sends me art supplies quite often, and she said, I heard about you from my friend and I wanted to support you, and here's some paper and napkins and stuff. And I was like overwhelmed. I just couldn't believe it. So that was my treasure that day. Also, I think it was the same day, and I had missed my credit card payment, and I was upset. And I called my company, and I was like, I'm never ever late. She said, Miss Brackett, we know that you're never ever late. We know that you always pay over the amount due. We've already taken off the late payment fee, and your low APR will stay the same. She said, we know that it was just a mistake on your part. I mean, who does that, you know? She said, we knew that wasn't normal for you. I was like, oh my gosh, you made my day. I went to Taco Bell, and I got a tostada, which I had probably not had a tostada in 3 years. To me, that was my little treasure. It was very, very good. I loved it. It was like satisfying, and it was $1, and it fit in my budget just great. I got a coupon from my mama for $8 off my probiotics this month. I went to the store to buy my probiotics, and there was another $1 coupon on the probiotics that I really like. So another treasure, another thing in the day to just kind of let you know that Source is out there looking out for you. I got an Art Angel. I got 2 Art Angel boxes full of ephemera and full of fun fabrics. So give me some new fabrics in the shop. I remembered when I was looking through an old notebook that I had a Canvas Core gift card that I had never used. So I went on the Canvas Core site and ordered a whole bunch of fun stuff to play with. I was at my festival on Saturday, and one of my vendors gave me this gorgeous gauze shirt that she said was my Mother's Day present. So, you know, look out for those little treasures, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed these inspiration cards. I'll be making more of these for our cream cheese container, our altered cream cheese box. Thank you guys for listening. I'm going to go before I get cut off again. Thank you guys for listening, for supporting my Etsy shop. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and give me some positive feedback below. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.